Hello Reds and welcome to Top of the Cop. Now in today's video we're going to be talking about the enigma that is Divock Origi. You know, just when we thought all his chips had run out, he'd lost obviously all that credit with the Liverpool fans. He pops up with another crucial goal for Liverpool with a last minute winner against Wolves, and you know, he's now cashed in another check at the cashier, and he seems to have obviously relightened his career once again, or has he? We're going to be discussing that today, and we're going to be discussing, is it, you know, do we want more of obviously Divock playing? Do we want to keep him, or do we want to sell him and cash in on him? Why his chips are high? Anyway, if you do like today's Liverpool video, hit the like button, subscribe for more LFC related content. With that being said, let's get into it, Reds. Yeah, so as we said in the intro, Divock Origi has popped up with another one of his, let's just say, super sub moments where he's come on and obviously scored against Wolves when all looked dead and buried and looks like we were going to, you know, drop points and not capitalise on Chelsea dropping points earlier in the day. But lo and behold, Divock comes on, a lovely turn, finish after a great bit of movement from Salah down the wing. And you know, Origi's been branded the super sub. You know, he's been coming on in games and doing well. And you know, we just want to discuss today whether we can see a potential with Origi eventually. Obviously been here for quite a while now, and you know, there are question marks whether he can actually give more than what he's given in a Liverpool shirt, let's just say, on a regular basis. Can Klopp trust him to lead Liverpool when Mane and Salah are off at the AFCONs? And ultimately, come the end of next season, with Liverpool's progression, is Origi in those plans? Now, obviously, I'm bringing the debate to the community and the Liverpool faithful. I understand there's going to be people go saying, oh, he's just scored this great goal, you know, why are you talking about getting rid of him? And you know, we're not, we're just discussing and debating what he offers to a Liverpool team. Anyway, let's just look at what we know and obviously appreciate from Origi. You know, it's fair to say he's not been a consistent goal scorer in a Liverpool shirt. Those will argue he's not been given the opportunities under Klopp, but I think he's been given enough opportunities to prove that he deserves more, and maybe not took obviously that opportunity when it arose. You know, he seems to, as I say, he seems to have got this super sub nickname, and I think it's fair to say when he's been given the chance to start, he's not really shown over the 90 minutes or the few games that he's been given a run in that he can lead the line. And I just want to know where you, the fans, are at this, because I was on a podcast last night and we were talking about this Origi situation. And my issue with Origi is, obviously, you know, we know he scored great goals against Barcelona. You know, he started that game. That's probably his biggest highlight. You know, the goal against Everton, the goal against Wolves. You know, there's been the Champions League fan. He's had his moments, but my only issue is, can he take us to the next level in the sense of when our top four, because he's fifth choice striker. You know, behind Firmino, Jota, Mane, and Salah. And I understand from the people who are saying that he's probably the best fifth choice striker in world football, and you know, that is not a far off statement in all honesty. And you know, he seems to be happy with his role at the club. Now, I don't know if that's a good thing for Liverpool or it's a bad thing in the sense that he's not being more ambitious to obviously play more. Now, one thing I said at the beginning of the season is when the likes of Mane, Salah, Jota and obviously Firmino need rest, or we play in a cup game, for instance, if the likes of Origi and Minamino and, you know, players of obviously fringe players who would not regularly start can come in and chip in with a few goals, I can't ask any more of that. You know, that's a great return investment for the amount of game time that they're getting. Now, with Origi in particular, yeah, he had the great moment against Wolves. He scored a great goal against West Ham, albeit we didn't get anything out of that game. But, you know, we did watch him in early rounds of the Cup against lower league opposition, and he didn't look that great. And I know there's a lot of people then, so that's this season, suggesting that he should be on the move. And, you know, going back before the Wolves game and before this season, as I say, he's had his moments. Have they kind of run its course? Are we seeing something that maybe needs moving on, and also as a team to progress? Now, by all means, you know, Origi's got a couple of years on his contract. We can keep him and use him until he's 27, 28 years old. Great, that's fine. But what we need to talk about is, if Origi wants more game time, can we offer him it? And can he improve more on, obviously, from what we're seeing? I'll be honest, I think from the moments that we're seeing of him coming on as like a super sub, I think we should be seeing that type of performances from an 18, 19-year-old young kid with a high ceiling who we potentially can see over the next 4 or 5 years replacing the likes of Salah, replacing the likes of Mane. Now, Origi is 26 years old. I don't think he's going to get any better than what he is now. I think this is his level, and by all means, keep him if you really want to keep him. If we can't sign anybody, that's fine. But the way I see what the Liverpool team is now, we don't need any more fringe players. So if people are saying, let's sell Origi and put the money towards, Ollie Watkins or even Tony, I don't back that, to be honest. I don't see the point in getting another player just to sit behind those who are going to demand more money, demand more football, and, maybe cause a rift if they're not getting the chance to show, their credibility on the pitch. So in that circumstance, I would not sell Divock Origi. I'd keep him. He loves the club. Yeah, there is a little bit of a situation, as I say, he's not going to improve. He's hit his ceiling, and he is 26 years old. Now, I personally think Liverpool over the last 4 or 5 years, under Klopp especially, have always been progressive. Everything about Liverpool Football Club seems to go up and up and up. We've watched, obviously, our league position go from, obviously, Europa League potential, top 4 candidates to the top 2, challenging for the titles, winning Premier League titles, winning Champions League, getting to Europa League finals, getting to a Champions League final. So we've, over the last, 5 or 6 years, have become a powerhouse, a juggernaut in European football once again. When we look at players like Haaland, Mbappe, leaving their current clubs, Liverpool's name are with it. We're in the mouths of all the journalists. Not saying we're going to get them, but it's nice to know that people think of Liverpool as this European great once again. And we haven't had that in my probably lifetime, and from as far as I can remember as a football fan. Yes, we won the Champions League in 2005, but even after that, we didn't make any significant signings. I think we got Peter Crouch, and we've always lost our best players along the line. And the last big name that we lost was Philip Coutinho, and since that turning point, we've now been considered, with all the big names, and that's what we expect from a Liverpool team and a Liverpool football player. Even James Milner, now at the age of 36, he, over his last 4 or 5 years, has improved. He's played left back for Liverpool and played very, very solid there. There's a lot of people who've come on and go, he looks so natural there. I've been a full back all my life. I think it was Nathaniel Klein said, I've been a full back all my life. Millie makes it look dead easy. He plays midfield. He does everything for Liverpool Football Club. And he went from a good player under Klopp, improving. And so is every single player that's still in the Liverpool team. And my only concern is Origi hasn't. He doesn't seem to have got any better. He's an amazing finisher, by the way. I was watching a reel, I think I put it on our TikTok, and his actual finishing is real. But the only issue is work ethic to get those into those situations a bit more. And if I'm being honest, I don't think he suits, obviously, Klopp style play. He's just been given opportunities when our backs are against the wall. We need a bit of a rest in in certain games with our star players. And I'd say 50% of the time he's showing up, 50% he isn't. And as I say, it depends how FSG and Klopp take this next summer transfer window, because if you just want to stay at the same level, then fair enough, he stays. We can't afford to sign any more squad players because we've got the likes of Origi, Minamino, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Keita, Gomez, Nico, Shimikas. They're all the backup to the main team. A few of those names you may suggest that deserve more game time, which is good. I don't think we need to sign any more backup players or squad players unless the wonder kids at the age of 18, 19. So the way I see Liverpool improve going forward is signing 1 or 2 50 million plus world-class players that are going to be better or the same as what we have got in our current starting 11. And if we want to see this progression as a Liverpool fan, we demand and we like to see a progression in the team. That's where we've got to go. And for me, Origi doesn't offer that progression. So I'll leave that down to you, the Liverpool fans, what you want to see. Do you want to see us consolidate what we've got, get a few really young wonder kids, 18, 19 years old, and keep the likes of Origi? Or do you want to be, thrown in the hat with the likes of your Mbappes, the likes of your Haaland? If you do want to be within a chance of signing those types of players, the likes of your Minaminos, your Origis, they're going to have to move on. And let's face it, if Origi is going to leave Liverpool, what a better time, where he's obviously, scoring a few crucial goals for us again. If he can kick on now for the rest of the season, especially when AFCONs come up, he's going to get the opportunity to play when the AFCONs is taking place, and that will show his steel. If he can produce the goods in the Premier League with a full 90 minutes under his belt, seeing Liverpool in maybe in a progressive light, which he may not fall under, or he's happy with him being there as a squad player. Anyway, that is it for today's video. Let me know down in the comments what you would like to see. Would you like us to keep Origi? He's good enough for obviously what he offers for the team, or would you like to sell to see the progression of the Liverpool team going forward? I will interact with everybody who comments down below. I'd love to get your feedback on this. Subscribe if you are a Liverpool fan and you are new to the channel. Until next time, take care, Reds.